Obama, with all this talk of the fairness doctrine being reinstated by this little fat bearded guy that you've appointed to the FAA, you've already started. You're in bed with Schumer on this. Obama, listen, pal, there are 56, probably more, million people that don't like you in your country. Schumer, there's about 300 million that don't like you, to include your own party. Look at the congressional ratings. You need to keep your hands off of talk radio. Obama, can you imagine 55 million people walking up there, throwing Congress physically, picking them up, booting them out? Hands off of talk radio. If you want to piss half this country off, then you start fooling around with that. Because it is not a fairness doctrine. It's what's fair is what's there right now. The market decides what radio wants to place on their airs, on the country's airways. The FAA don't belong to you, Schumer. It belongs to the American people. And 55 million want to listen to the radio. What's fair is to leave it alone and let the left make money by giving their opposing views. If they can't make any money, hey, they go bankrupt. Schumer, look, your own party has given you a percentage rating. The Democrats have been in control of the House and the Senate for 2 years. You're the reason this country is in the mess it's in. You, Franks, Pelosi, and you know what? Somewhere around half the country realizes that. Do you want to mess with 56 million people? Do you think it's worth the trouble to try to suppress someone's free speech by appointing this fat guy with the beard? This antiquated whatever he is. I never heard of him before, but I can see he's dangerous. You need to understand and have a feel for this country that you were shoved into leading, Obama. There's a lot of folks out here don't like you. We don't want to see you fail, granted, but we don't like you. And you're starting off by your, what did you say, unity? Keep your hands off of talk radio, or you're going to have a bunch of pissed off people. And you Democrats that got elected because the majority in your districts and areas and states voted for you, you need to look at the few million in that state that didn't vote for you. Don't be stupid and start messing with talk radio. It's not a healthy thing for this country, Obama, when 55 million people get up and say, hey, you know what? I've had enough, buddy. I've had enough, pal. Yet the first thing you do is put this fat guy with a beard that supports and wants the fairness doctrine to be enacted and has the power with just another vote or two to do it without Congress. Obama, you need to whisper into Schumer's ear. You need to whisper into Congress's ear, Pelosi, Franks, Reid, that, hey, look, man, half this country doesn't believe that we should interfere with the way things are right now. It's on you, because whoever's appointed to that FAA commission that owns that America owns these airways, not you, not the FAA. And if you don't think they're going to find other ways to get the word out, that we will. I'm doing everything I can do as a citizen. You know, I should have been retired. I should be relaxing. But I cannot see my country go down the drain without talking. Because soon they're going to come after the internet, folks. They're going to come after YouTube. So that's why I'm putting everything I can on now. At least I can say to my children, look, my children and my grandchildren, look, your grandfather, your father, you know, did not go down without a fight. I've warned you, internet. You're next. Conservative newspapers, you're out. You're out now. Look what happened. Look, we have news medias, the left now standing up admitting that they were unfair in this election, that they didn't scrutinize Obama. Hands off talk radio, Obama. 55 million Americans don't like you and think you were put there unfairly. And before I go, Obama, since you will not release your medical records like John McCain did, he released most of them. Since you refuse to do that, I know that's your right not to release them. However, that calls into speculation, and I'm going to speculate. I believe that you have contracted AIDS through intravenous drug use in the past. I believe you have sickle cell anemia. And again, I'm not saying that any of that bars you from being president. However, I think the American public had the right to know this. And my God, if it comes out later on, or you die of something that you didn't release to the American people, I hold George Bush responsible if he knew about it beforehand. I hold this stupid CIA folks accountable. And by the way, CIA, do not come around my property. You check, you know my background. I'm not going to go down without a fight. Okay? You know that I am willing to die for this country. I served in combat for this country. You know that. Stay away from me. Do not try to suppress me. So I can only speculate, Obama. Sorry. You know, I think you got something in there that you don't want known, including where you were born, whatever. You've left 56 million of us to speculate, and we will, and I will. I've already told you, you're not hired, not by me. In closing, what's your name? Emmanuel. My wife is a resident alien here from Germany. She saw her family split apart there from being from West Berlin. She is a better and a greater patriot than you are. My wife would die for this country, and she's just a resident alien. She would die for this country. You did not. Okay? You ran. You ran to Israel where your true loyalty lies. Now look, nothing against Israel. I agree, Israel has a right to exist, and I will die for that. But Israel did not have a bone in the Persian Gulf War fight. You ran to Israel, not your country. You ran straight there. Now, are you going to do that when you're chief of staff? When Israel starts coming under fire, you're going to run over there to Israel? Or are you going to stay with Obama, whispering in his ear? Keep your hands off of talk radio. That is a warning. And you need to heed that warning, Obama. You need to start talking to that group of people you lead up there. Of course, you can't talk to Barney Franks. You've already seen how he is. Barney Franks thinks he's running this country. Barney Franks, you are nothing outside that office and whatever protection you surround yourself with. You don't run this country, Franks. Please, Franks, shut up. God, I don't even see how anybody, your partner, can even stand to hear you talk. Shut up, Franks. Just go do whatever you think you're doing as part of your job. Just be quiet. Bill Maher, please shut up. Please, just shut up. God bless the late, great America, but I'm not giving up. And I hope the 55 million that don't believe in this guy will do that same. Don't give up.